Deputy Secretary General, Generals, Excellencies, dear guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to warmly welcome you to Budapest at the NATO Transformation Seminar. I feel very much honored by your presence, and I hope you will spend useful and nice days in this beautiful city. Hungary is proud of having the opportunity to host this important event. Let me thank all those who have contributed to organize it. We have gathered here at a decisive moment of our alliance. Hungary would like to promote the discussion on the complex issue of NATO's adaptation. And with that, please allow me to switch to Hungarian. And a short technical break for me, sorry. Először is hadd kezdem azzal, hogy nagy megtiszteltetés.
First of all, allow me to share with you that it is a great honor for Hungary, for us, to be able to be here today and to be able to organize this seminar here in Budapest. I'd like to remind everybody that Hungary in the past 25, 26, 27 years has been on a very serious path. We call it the change in the political regime, change in the political system. In 1993, we established the Hungarian Atlantic Council here in Hungary. And even back then, we worded our commitment towards the alliance that we are now a member of. On March the 12th, 1999, we joined NATO, and we became a full member of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Now, allow me to share with you a personal experience. Since in October last year, it was my first opportunity to visit Norfolk, to visit the command there, and I actually participated in a very fruitful talk with General Gumguatao, and I saw the work performed, headed by General Mercier. Let me thank you for that opportunity back then and for the work that you have performed since. Back then, on that location, I got to see with my own eyes that you perform a very important task because you formulate an opinion on the future, which is very, very difficult. We are able to formulate the future if we can draw the conclusions of the past and the present. Therefore, it is no question that we require such knowledge centers in order to address the challenges of the future in an efficient manner. We observe NATO as a guarantee of security, and when we meet here in Budapest, it is indeed a joyful moment for us to be able to discuss the challenges of the present and the future with our friends and allies. That is why it is a privilege that I have the opportunity to share with you in a few words how Hungary observes the future within the alliance. We have to think together in order to come up with efficient answers. I'd like to share with you that we, the Hungarian government, have decided to establish this year a new security analytical center, research center rather, which we will a defense research center, rather, which will be fully operational. We are interested in a fully operational, efficient NATO. The alliance is the fundamental pillar of the security of Europe, and within that, Hungary. We can see the swift changes in the world when it comes to security challenges. We see extraordinary changes. We are living a technological revolution, and we see very intense crises formulating throughout the world. For us, establishing stability is of key importance, however. The most important task is that we must construct the security of the future today. We have to come up with capabilities, we have to formulate capabilities and answers which will enable us to provide a solution for the challenges of the future. We can only do that together. Allow me very briefly to share with you how we see the current security situation. We believe that the security conditions of Europe have deteriorated nowadays. This is to some extent the fault of the European Union. We have to perform self-reflection ourselves, especially when it comes to the larger EU countries, but all of us have to undertake a larger responsibility in order to ensure our security. We do believe that the number of unstable states has increased in the past years. This alone actually increases the security risk throughout the world. We have experienced in the past 1 or 2 years the problems caused by mass migration and the dangers caused thereof. We have observed numerous acts of terrorism in the past period in the largest cities of Europe. Terrorism has become more intense and has strengthened throughout the world. The Ukrainian crisis next door to us Hungarians, it is a fundamental interest to have security in our neighborhood, but all throughout the world too. We understand the concerns of our Polish friends and the concerns of the Baltic states in relation to the crisis in Ukraine. We have taken decisions in order to help them, and NATO together has taken certain measures in order to remedy the situations. We continue to undertake the protection of the Baltic airspace, and within the V4, the Visegrad 4, we shall participate in Estonia and a military drill there with a company, an infantry company. We have to address the southern and the eastern crises together. But I do believe that we have to think strategically. Every trouble is at the same time an opportunity for joint action. Let us understand this in a way that this can strengthen our solidarity, our cooperation, and therefore our friendship. Once we overcome the challenges, this will increase the cohesion within the band. On our behalf, Hungarians support the proposed President of the United States take more in the fight against terrorism. We are all interested in more efficient measures taken against ISIS. We have taken the decision to participate in the training of the Peshmerga forces with 150 Hungarian troops. We wish to continue that, and in fact, we will analyze the opportunity of participating with a more serious force. Because terrorism alone is a huge danger for every peaceful civilian. We can ensure the security of our homeland if we can take measures against terrorists, best taken actually where terrorists are active. And we also agree with General Mattis, which we heard last time in Brussels, that indeed Europeans have to sacrifice and spend more on defense. We are interested in that. We have formulated a decision on that, namely that we shall increase our defense expenditure by 0.1% of the GDP annually. We have a further plan related to that, how we can speed up the process. We are ready that by 2024 we can actually perform 2% of the GDP spending on defense. It's very important actually to see what the challenges of the present are. Everyone has to do their best in their own household. And the third Article 3 actually is very important for us. We have to reinforce each other. We have to realize what capabilities we have to further develop. Together with 28 member states, we are the members of the strongest military alliance. We wish to be a strong member of that. We wish to increase our participation, and we wish to take efficient and strong steps against any danger that threaten the citizens of our nations. We have compiled a 10-year development plan. It is called the Zrínyi plan. Perhaps this is difficult to pronounce for our friends, with the exception of our Croatian friends. We're talking about Hungarian-Croatian historical figure, which also goes to show the importance of our cooperation. This is a 10-year development plan in which we wish to provide opportunities for the Hungarian Defense Force to meet the challenges of the future. We require air transportation capability. We require helicopter capabilities. We require reinforcement of our ground troops, and we will also place the other troops as well on a new basis. This will be a complex development plan with which we shall meet NATO expectation and the expectation of our own nations. It's very difficult to compile this development. Everyone is aware of that. Anyone knows that who is thinking of the challenges of the future, because we have to take into consideration new modern technologies. We have to take measures against our adversaries in cyberspace, and at the same time we also face traditional military challenges as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am confident that we are all strongly committed to promoting NATO's transformation. To this end, we need a federated approach, and closer cooperation must be built in Europe and across the Atlantic. By hosting this seminar, Hungary is ambitious to contribute to achieving these goals. I would like to finish my opening remarks with a quote from President John F. Kennedy: "Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future." With that, let me wish you a fruitful discussion and a pleasant stay in Hungary. Thank you for your kind attention.